there are a couple aspects of Mel's hole, paranormal aspects that make it intriguing. One of them is a supposed black beam that emits from the hole.
The eerie stillness of In one eerie report, individuals described an unsettling black hum that seemed to emanate from the pit, vibrating deep within their bones. The very air around the hole seemed charged with unnatural energy. Satellites, which had previously flown over the area without issue, malfunctioned when directed toward the pit. Scientists and researchers studying the region reported gravity distortions and magnetic interference extending for miles beyond the rim of the pit. The boundaries of the natural world itself seemed to unravel when touched by this strange phenomenon. As these accounts grew more bizarre, so did the stories. Tape recordings surfaced, capturing what sounded like rhythmic metallic screeches, a sound described by some as a massive, invisible beast scraping against stone. This new auditory phenomenon added a layer of mystery. But what made it even stranger was the association some began to make with an ancient Native American legend. According to the myth, the rock flyer, a mystical creature capable of traveling between hidden paths between Earths, was tasked with guarding humanity against the temptation to abuse elemental forces. The legend warned that should mankind gain control over forces like burning ice, the consequences could be apocalyptic: nuclear wars, planetary collapse, and an open invitation for advanced alien civilizations to seize control of Earth's dwindling resources. At first, these theories seemed outlandish, even laughable. But as reports piled up and evidence began to mount, they began to feel less like science fiction and more like an ominous reality. Strange occurrences around the pit seemed to mirror the warnings of the rock flyer legend. Black beams were said to shoot from the depths of the hole, causing widespread disruption. Cropped fields withered in their wake, and electronics malfunctioned in the immediate vicinity. And then, there were the reports of a dark sheen that appeared on the pit's collar, a shimmering layer that some believed was a sign of its impending transformation. The pit was no longer just a hole in the ground. It had become a gateway, a battery pulsing with an unimaginable and unmeasured power. For Mel, the pit had become an obsession. He spoke of it endlessly, sharing his findings with anyone who would listen. But one day, without warning, Mel vanished. No more calls, no more updates. His absence was as mysterious as the pit itself. The silence that followed his disappearance only served to deepen the myth surrounding the hole, and as time passed, speculation grew. Some believed Mel had been silenced, taken by forces beyond comprehension. Others thought he had fled, too terrified to continue his investigation. Regardless of the truth, his sudden disappearance marked the end of the public narrative. But the myth lived on, growing stronger, more insistent, as the pit itself seemed to pulse with power. In the end, the pit became more than just an unexplained phenomenon. It became a symbol of the hidden forces at play in the world. A place where myths, machines, and magnetic lies intersected, weaving a story that may never be fully understood. And while the authorities may have tried to contain the truth, the legacy of the pit, its hum, its allure, and the darkness it held, remains as a warning, a riddle, and a terrifying mystery that continues to captivate the imagination of those who dare to believe. Real mysteries. Beyond Mel, Mel's hole may feel like an isolated anomaly, but it touches on larger patterns of mystery across the globe and beyond. The original transcripts and retellings began connecting the dots, aligning Mel's discovery with other unexplained phenomena. These were not distractions, but potential siblings in a family of unsolved riddles. Take dark matter, for instance. This invisible substance, detectable only through gravitational influence, makes up the majority of the universe's mass. Yet scientists cannot directly observe it. It doesn't emit light, react to probes, or behave as matter should. And yet, it's there, everywhere. Could the hole's strange energy and impossible depth be linked to hidden layers of reality that dark matter suggests? Consider kava, a Pacific Island root drink used ceremonially for generations. In the West, it caused liver damage in certain users, despite being harmless to Pacific populations. Why? Scientists suspect genetics or preparation differences. Still, the truth remains elusive. Like the sheep that returned mutated, biology sometimes reacts in ways we can't explain. Then there's the bizarre case of putrid finger, a man in Wales whose finger emitted an unrelenting stench for 5 years. No infection, no diagnosis, just rotting flesh smell. When it stopped for no reason. That's the kind of inexplicable occurrence that echoes Mel's own encounters. Biological anomalies with no origin, no cure. Nature doesn't always behave by the rules. In 2017, octopuses in Wales left the sea en masse, over 20 walking across the shore. Marine biologists were stunned. Explanations ranged from storms to senescence, but none satisfied the eerie precision and scale. Like the Nevada cabin collapse, it felt staged by nature or something within it. And then there are the fast radio bursts, signals from billions of light years away, blipping for milliseconds yet carrying the energy of entire stars. We still don't know what they are. Collapsing stars, alien transmissions. Every time we think we understand the universe, something like this reminds us. We don't. Legacy of the bottomless unknown. Mel's Hole is more than just a pit. It's a mirror. It reflects our fear of the unknown, our distrust of power, our hope for something beyond the veil. Whether real or imagined, it endures because it taps into a primal human truth. Some questions are too big to answer, and some doors should not be opened. Yet we're drawn to them, by wonder, by fear, and by the haunting idea that truth might be stranger than fiction. The story fades in and out of public consciousness, but it never truly disappears. It remains buried deep in late-night radio reruns, fringe documentaries, and speculative forums. A story that refuses to die, just like the pit itself. So next time you hear about bottomless holes or disappearing towns, don't scoff too quickly, because Mel's Hole may still be out there, watching, humming, waiting. And as the mystery deepens, one truth remains. Mel's Hole isn't just a legend, it's a warning, a reminder that some doors, once opened, can never be closed. Don't forget to drop a comment and tell us what you believe. Is it science, secrecy, or something far stranger?